The biggest problem with religion in today's day and age is the fact that it applies a label to humanity, to the individual, to a group of individuals. We express our identity in the form of a label that falls far short of the justice that we deserve in recognizing our human nature and our divinity within as living temples of the divine and the kingdom of God within each and every one of us. We are we should be considering ourselves as manifestations and expressions of God himself. Okay? The only term that we should apply to each other is human being. We should not be separating ourselves by our theological worldview. That has nothing to do with our connection with each other. What we believe really only matters if our belief tells us that we should harm each other. And unfortunately, there are religions to this day, I should say religious extremists to this day, that think that we should be going to war and harming each other. And so, but again, the biggest problem is division. And the reason we're divided is because we've applied these labels to us, when in reality, we are all one human family. And the sooner we recognize that, the sooner we can start to heal from these thousands of years of tribalism and nation building and imperialism, and now what it looks to be what we are embarking on, which is World War III. And the governments of this world and their mainstream narrative of this being something that we need to do for the safety and security of the world, and we need to defeat the bad guys. That narrative is getting old, and humanity is waking up to it. And you can ask the average person, should we be going to war with each other? Is World War III a good idea? And we're all going to say no. No, we don't think it's a good idea. So why the hell are we doing it? Why? Because we, humanity, the average person, our voice no one hears it. And so again, I talk about this a lot, but I think it's the most important thing is we need to unite our voice. And that's why the Raise Our Awareness Revolution, I call it humanity's roar. Because as we wake up, as we raise our awareness individually and collectively, we can find that common ground spiritually, which will allow us to come together and speak the same language that is built on principles and awareness. And once we do that, then we can affect the changes that we want to see in our world, slowly but surely laying a new foundation for a new earth. And so labels for each other or for ourselves and each other is something that we need to get away from, especially in the context of spirituality. Because spiritually, our identity, we are all human beings. We are all divine manifestations of the source. And once we recognize that, and we recognize that our actions are a reflection of our understanding of our relationship with each other as one human family, then all we need to do is develop that value hierarchy based in those principles and that awareness of what it really means to be a global human family. And we're smart enough now to be able to figure that out. Yes, we're going to have debates on some of the more complex subjects of what morality looks like in certain complex scenarios, but those discussions are happening right now no matter what anyway, and will continue to happen. So that, I think the key is that we find a way to unite, And what that means is find a way to eliminate labels and find one label that we all identify with, and there really is only one, and that is our nature, our identity, and that is spiritual in its essence. And so this is in large part what the Great Awakening, which is a term many people are familiar with, is all about. And I think this discussion needs to be had more and more, and in the end we will come to this awakening individually and collectively, and we will unite our voice and change the world. And so I'm looking forward to working with everyone. I love all of y'all. God bless. Take care.